Hello everyone! You are in the InStyle Knitting Studio. Today we will be knitting this vegetable bag. It is very popular. It is quite trendy right now. You can take it to the beach or just out in the city. If you have some small items, you can place a makeup bag inside and stroll around with it. I used a lot of yarn for this vegetable bag, 220 grams, but the yarn was quite thick. I can't say the exact meter length, but roughly you will get about 250 meters for 100 grams. The height of the bags with the handles not stretched is 50 centimeters, and without the handles it's 28 centimeters. The width is 36 centimeters. We will be knitting this purple vegetable bag. The usage here is 150 grams. The height of this vegetable bag, with the handles not stretched, is 48 centimeters. Without the handle it is 26 centimeters. The width is 33 centimeters. If you like this vegetable bag, then let's start knitting. To knit the vegetable bag we will need yarn. I have a Lies Bella. It is 100% cotton. Here it is 50 grams, 180 meters. The color is 158. It is a purple lavender color. I took 3 skeins. I will be knitting with a hook of 2.5. We will also need a notebook with a pen for calculations, a measuring tape, a needle with a wide eye, scissors, and possibly a marker. We will likely also need a calculator to figure out how many repeats we need to knit. Before we start knitting, we will do some calculations and find out how many stitches we need to cast on initially. Now we will look at our purple vegetable that we are knitting. Here, 1 repeat equals 8 stitches. And these 8 stitches, we will repeat the necessary number of times. To this number of stitches, we add 7 constant stitches. This means we are knitting a chain of air stitches that equals 53 centimeters. This chain of ours should be in a stretched form, and we know that, as we knit, our fabric has a tendency to slightly expand. That is, our initial chain of air stitches is always a little narrower than the fabric that we get during the knitting process. Therefore, I initially knitted a chain that was 2 centimeters shorter than the width I want to achieve as a result. That is, I want to achieve a width of the fabric of 55 centimeters. Hence, I cast on 119 stitches, and this chain is approximately equal to 53 centimeters. What do we calculate next? Next, we will find out how many repeats we will have in each row. That is, how many such repetitions we will have in each of our knitted rows. So, from 119 stitches that we cast on, we subtract 7 constant stitches, which gives us 112. Next, we divide 112 by the number of stitches in 1 repeat and get the number of repeats we will have in each row. Therefore, I cast on 119 stitches, plus 1 lifting stitch to transition to the first row. This is regarding the purple vegetable. Now I will tell you a little about the beige vegetable, if you want to knit a vegetable a bit larger than what we've knitted. So, for the beige vegetable, I cast on a chain of air stitches that was equal to 64 centimeters. The chain was also in a stretched form, and I reached a width of the fabric of 66 centimeters. I cast on 135 stitches, subtracted 7 constant stitches, and I got 128. Next 128 stitches. I divided by 8 by the number of stitches in 1 repeat, which gives us 16. This means that in knitting the beige vegetable, I had 16 repeats. I cast on 135 stitches plus 1 lifting stitch. The height of my fabric was 50 centimeters, the same as with the purple vegetable we will knit. And when I knitted the handles, I did not cast on 120 stitches, like we will knit here, but 100 air stitches. And in general, if you want to knit a vegetable a little larger than mine, then accordingly, you need to cast on a larger number of stitches. This way, the fabric will be a bit wider, and knit a bit more rows so that the fabric is taller. Before we start knitting, I want to show you the diagram, according to which I will knit the vegetable. This diagram consists of 3 rows. So, we knit 1, 2, 3 rows, and then repeat the 2 and 3 rows, alternating them. In the diagram, 8 stitches are shown in red, which need to be repeated the necessary number of times, and we add 7 constant stitches. These are 2 air stitches on the right and 5 air stitches on the left. We will also repeat them at the beginning and at the end of each row. So, if anyone knows how to knit from a diagram, please go ahead and knit. The main thing is for the size of the fabric to roughly match my size. So here are my 119 stitches. Plus 1 stitch. I cast on 120 stitches. Now we will move on to the first row. First, we will knit 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. We knitted, then we knit 3 air stitches, skip 1 air stitch of the chain, and start knitting the repeat of this row. Knit 3 double crochets. We make 2 yarn overs, skip 1 stitch, and in the next, we knit a double crochet. Next, 2 yarn overs again. In the next stitch, another double crochet. And 2 yarn overs again, the third double crochet. We knitted. Next, we knit 3 air stitches, skip 1 stitch of the air chain, and knit 3 single crochets. One, 2, 3, we knitted. After that, we knit 3 air stitches. This was our 1 repeat. And now we will also repeat it. Next, we skip 1 stitch and start again to make a double crochet. We move until the end of the row. We finish to the end of the row. I completed 14 repeats, making 3 double crochets and 3 chain stitches. At the end of the first row, we constantly crochet the next 3 double crochets with 2 yarn overs. Here, we skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, we crochet 1 double crochet with 2 yarn overs, the second double crochet with 2 yarn overs, and the third double crochet with 2 yarn overs. We have crocheted. Next, we make 3 chain stitches. Skip 1 stitch and crochet 1 single crochet. Everything should match. That is, no stitch should be left. 1 single crochet has been completed, and we finished the first row. Now, we move on to crocheting the second row. After the single crochet, we crochet 7 chain stitches. We turn the work. We proceed to the second row. We crochet 3 single crochets. Yarn over into 3 double crochets from the previous row. One single crochet, the second and the third. We have crocheted, and now we will start the repeat of the second row. This is what we will constantly repeat. 3 chain stitches. Next, 3 double crochets into 3 single crochets from the previous row. Next, we crochet 3 chain stitches and 3 single crochets into 3 double crochets from the previous row. So, we will repeat this 14 times. We finish the second row. I have 14 repeats. I crocheted 3 single crochets into 3 double crochets from the previous row. And at the end of the second row, we always repeat that we crochet 3 chain stitches and 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet from the previous row here. We have crocheted and finished the second row. We move to the third row, crochet 1 chain stitch. Turn the work and crochet 1 single crochet right here under the chain stitch. After this, we crochet 3 chain stitches. What are we crocheting? We are crocheting 3 double crochets into the stitch, without any double crochet from the previous row. We made a connection, then we crochet 3 chain stitches and make 3 single crochets into the 3 double crochets of the previous row. We finished. Next, we crochet 3 chain stitches and we'll repeat this until the end of the row. We have completed 1 repeat. We are starting to crochet the second repeat. We are finishing the third row. I have completed my last 14th repeat. This includes 3 single crochets and 3 chain stitches. After this, in the third row, we will continuously crochet the next 3 double crochets into the single crochet of the previous row. Next, 3 chain stitches and 1 single crochet into the arch. We have finished the third row and will now repeat, alternating the second and third rows. After the third row, we start crocheting the second. We crochet 7 chain stitches and repeat just as I showed. As we crocheted the second row, 3 single crochets, and we start the repeat, which we crocheted in the second row. 3 chain stitches, 3 double crochets, 3 chain stitches, and 3 single crochets into the double crochet of the previous row. That's it. 1 repeat is done. Thus, we repeat until the end of the row. That is, we are effectively crocheting the second row, and after finishing this row, we will crochet the next row just as we did the third row. That is, we alternate between the second and third rows. Here, it is actually very simple. That is, we are using single crochets in the short stitches. We are crocheting double crochets. And for long double crochets, we are crocheting short stitches, and we alternate like this. And between these stitches, we crochet 3 chain stitches. It is all very simple here. There are just nuances at the beginning and the end of the row. I think you will understand everything here too. Because for instance, at the end of the row, yes, we crocheted 3 tall double crochets. Then, 3 chain stitches and the edges of the pattern. After the tall columns, we should have short columns. We crocheted 1 short column without a yarn over. And vice versa. If, for example, in the previous row after 3 short columns, I crochet 1 long column. Everything here is very simple. Thus, friends, we will crochet at a height of about 50 centimeters. We should end up with a fabric. That's it. I am now finishing this second row. which is actually the second row. Yes, it is my fourth in reality, but I will treat it as the second. Then I will crochet as the third, and then again as the second. And I will alternate like this. After this, we will meet, and I will tell you how we will continue crocheting. That's it, I have finished my fabric. As I expected, the width turned out to be about 55 centimeters, and I crocheted 73 rows for the height. And I got about 50 centimeters. I finished crocheting, repeating the third row. And at the end here, I crocheted a column without a yarn over into the arch. After this, we start crocheting a band right here. That is, straight from this side without breaking the yarn. We will be gathering the fabric, and only after that will we crochet the band. And then, we will crochet the handles. So, as I said, here I crocheted a column without a yarn over. After that, I made one chain stitch. And now we turn the work, and we begin to crochet the band. How will I crochet? I will crochet a column without a yarn over into the arch. Next, a column without a yarn over, 1 out of 3 columns. I skip 1 column from the previous row and make 1 more column without a yarn over into the last of the 3 columns. Thus, I decreased, meaning I'm skipping the middle column. Next, I repeat the same. A column without yarn over, an arch. Next, a column without yarn over in the first of 3 columns from the previous row. Then I skip the second one and make another column without yarn over in the last column. That's it, and we repeat this until the end of the row. I will show how I crochet at the end of the row. Here, I stopped at crocheting in the last column, without yarn over above the column from the previous row. And here, also at the end, I will crochet 1 column, without yarn over in the arch. I have 88 columns in this row. Let's move to the next row, the rise stitches. And we do not include it in the total number of columns. We turn our work. So, our rise stitch is not included in the total number of columns. Thus, the first column will be crocheted immediately under the rise stitch. In this row, we will have only decreases, that is, 2 columns without yarn over together at the top. Yes, we insert the hook into the stitch under the chain stitch, right here. We grab it, pull the working yarn on the hook, 2 stitches. We insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the working yarn, and pull it. We have 3 stitches on the hook. And we grab the working yarn, crochet all 3 stitches together. That is, we made a decrease. From 2 stitches, we got 1. This is our first stitch in this row. Our first column, to be precise. And we continue. So, the next 2 columns we crochet together. That means we make a decrease. Here is our second decrease. And we will continue this until the end of the row. Here the number of stitches will be halved. At the end of the row, we crocheted 1 chain stitch and move to the next row. After that, after our decreases, we will crochet 8 rows using regular single crochet stitches. In each row, I will have 44 stitches. And we do not count these lifting stitches for transitioning to the next row in the total number of stitches. We continue to crochet another 8 rows. We are done. The strip we made is about 15 to 15.5 centimeters wide and about 2 to 2.5 centimeters tall. We made 1 chain stitch after finishing the last row, then we cut the yarn. That's it, the strip is ready. We also crocheted the second strip on the opposite side. Here we will also have 2 rows of decreases, and then 8 rows of just single crochet stitches. And of course we check. If you have a different number of stitches, we aim for a size of about 15 to 15.5 centimeters wide and about 2 to 2.5 in height. That is, if you have say more stitches in the main fabric, then you might do not just 2 rows of decreases as I did, but also decrease a couple more stitches in a third row. This way, our strip will be of a similar size. That's it. We also crochet the second strip. Now we have completed 10 rows of the second strip, and we do not cut the yarn. Instead, we make a chain stitch and move on to the edging of the side part of this vegetable. So, initially, we crochet this part, edging the strip itself with single crochet stitches. I ended up with 9 single crochet stitches here. Then we edge this side part of our mesh pattern as I will. I will crochet 1 single crochet stitch. This goes between the arches, and the next single crochet stitch goes into the arch. Then again, back between the arches, right into this side stitch. I crochet a single crochet stitch next into the arch, and so on to the end of the row, until we reach the opposite strip with single crochet stitches, then into the arch. So I finished. I ended up with about 74 single crochet stitches in this side part. And immediately, we edged the side part of the second opposite strip that we reached. Here we crocheted from here, and also edged this side part. I have also ended up with 9 single crochet stitches here. Next comes our strip. And here we will start to crochet the handle from this spot. This is how we will crochet the handle, and attach it here. Tying off the side of the strap, we crochet a chain of air stitches about 53 centimeters long in a taut position. And I ended up with 120 air stitches. I will attach this chain right here on this side. This way, a handle will be formed, and we ensure that our chain does not twist. So we laid it out correctly. We took it, and this is how we will attach it. I will immediately crochet 9 single crochet stitches right here. I will be finishing off this side of the strap by immediately crocheting a single crochet stitch, and we start crocheting further, immediately incorporating this tail thread that I had here. We have finished, and now we will crochet this side the same way we did the other side. So, I crochet a single crochet stitch between the arches, then into the arch. And we should have about the same amount here. Stitches, approximately as we had on this side. So, we have finished crocheting here as well. I ended up with 74 single crochet stitches. We finish off this side of our strap. We are done, and now we will form the second handle. I also chain 120 air stitches and secure it right here. Well, I have crocheted the second chain, that is the second handle. We lay them out like this, together and stretch, measuring to ensure they are relatively even. After this, we connect it to the side of the strap, right here. We crochet 9 single crochet stitches. That's it, we have practically finished one row. Next, we crochet. We start the second row from this point. That is, this is our side part, vegetables. Here we will make a decrease. That is, crochet 1 stitch from 2 stitches. 2 single crochet stitches with a shared top, meaning we decrease. Across the entire side part, we crochet 2 stitches together, thus making a decrease. I ended up with 37 decreases. Here I crocheted 9 single crochet stitches. Next, we start to crochet the handle. That is, We are crocheting single crochet stitches into the chain, but we are not grabbing a loop or half loop of the chain, but the back part, where we have those little bars. Here is our chain. And on the opposite side, we have those little bars. Here are those little loops on the back side. By grabbing these loops, we crochet single crochet stitches. We do all this so that our handle has a beautiful braid on the side. But if you crochet, you see, those little bars are immediately visible. But if you crocheted the chain very tightly, it will be problematic to actually crochet behind these bars. It will be quite difficult. Therefore, you can crochet behind the half loops with regular single crochet stitches. I think basically there is not much of a difference. So we crochet the entire chain with single crochet stitches. And we crochet 9 single crochet stitches here. I finished the edge. Indeed, I crocheted the little bars with single crochet stitches. Here, I have crocheted in 9 single crochet stitches. Now we crochet the side part of the vegetable as we did on the opposite side, right here. We did decreases there. Accordingly, we do decreases here as well. From 2 stitches we need to get 1. I had 37 decreases there. I think on this side I will also have 37 decreases. But in total, I have 37 single crochet stitches. And here I have another 9 single crochet stitches. Now we crochet the second handle with single crochet stitches, just as we did the first. From the opposite side of the flap, right here we also crochet 9 single crochet stitches. That's it. I finally finished. And after crocheting 9 single crochet stitches in the side part of the flap, we completed the second row. And here, starting from the next stitch, we begin to crochet the side part of the vegetable. This is already the beginning of the third row of our edging. So, we crochet a single crochet stitch. We can mark this stitch with a marker, and this is already our third row started. We are going to continue the edging now. Just regular single crochet stitches around our vegetable. So look, here's the start of the third row. I will edge the side part of the vegetable. Here I have 37 single crochet stitches. Next, for the side part of the strip, 9 single crochet stitches. The handle has 120 single crochet stitches. I will move over here. Here I have 9 single crochet stitches on the side of the strip. Next is the side part of the vegetable. Here I will have 37 single crochet stitches on the side of the strip again. These are already 9 stitches. Our second handle has 120 stitches. And the side part of the strip has 9 single crochet stitches. This will be my total number of stitches. And I will return to my marker. So, I will crochet 1/3 row. We need to crochet 5 more rows like this. That is, we have crocheted 2 rows, marked with a marker, and then we will crochet straight 5 rows. Just straight without any decreases or increases. As I have shown, that's it. I will now crochet 5 rows. And I will meet you to see whether this width of the handles will be enough or not. Well, I have crocheted my 5 rows. I reached the marker. And I have this little piece of yarn left. So, exactly 150 grams were used for this vegetable. The marker can be removed. After this, we crochet 1 slip stitch. And 1 air loop to secure the knitting. Pull the thread, cut it if you have more left, and hide it using a needle on the backside. Also, we will hide all the tails now with a needle. So, our vegetable is ready. Now, it just needs to be washed. It can be worn. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you will knit such beautiful and fashionable vegetables. Wishing everyone a good mood. Stay tuned.